Quite the fragrant whiff. What is the pheasantry stewing up?
Don't crowd around.
To me, please. Approach.
Sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Spring key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table. Girl realized she was changing into a monster, recorded it in her diary. Poignant, smashed mirror, as if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? Does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. And now we'll tend to you.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Damn it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white, though. Get it down. I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
How long you gonna make me wait?
curse. Regis will get what he wants, though. There is that.
Giddy up. Hey-ya!
Oh!
Hey there. Run, Roach. Come on, Roach. Hey-ya! That's it, Roach. Let's go.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures.
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple,
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires... To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong...
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who...
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, Claude.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough...
Teshamudna.
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, short this brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But a torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time. never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the...
See no reason to dawdle.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we...
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot.
I feel honored. A man with...
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us of where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond...
And this one? Whose is this glyph? Which tribe's
Amaran.
this?
They ventured beyond the sea.
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the dead. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock.
I'd like to be able to turn back time.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get...
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
This doesn't look like anything special. Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what?
Don't know. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this.
You just have smelled the blood.
I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like...
We need not discuss it. But what would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Detlef. If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Resonance.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The purport, this is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation.
Relax. Got some experience brewing.
Very well. In that case...
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes. What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the head.
Interesting.
Saw a moment.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about...
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did...
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district.
Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no break.
It's our only lead.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble.
That's fair. Rest up. Nothing here.
Not now, Geralt. I could not move a step without your assistance.
Do monsters have mamas and papas?
Oh!
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
How do you like to do it? There is no cock. It keeps going.
Ollie, Ollie! Accent free!
I'm busy. Be off.
Ah!
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
All you need to know is...
Is that so?
Try it, and I'll find...
Is that a threat?
Yep.
Oh no. No, not we'll pummel the swine first.
It's not allowed, that kind
We'll
of
break your legs, vagrant. Teach you to help scofflaws and chicks. I'll take him from the left.
Stay together! At least try to!
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast.
Ah, yes.
We've heard of you. Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for...
Yeah?
Splendidly. That's how. And as you're the
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in...
Oh, wait!
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant...
An arrival?
How much?
Let's say... 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me.
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned.
I should think so.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know, for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron.
Know where I might find him? Don't have the time for that.
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where...
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And piles more coin.
But you won't hurt him, will you?
In point of fact, he's a friend.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port.
Worth checking. Might happen on a leak.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand...
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
sense him? Let's look. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
Puppets rather disturbing.
Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently. Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Detloff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your fate.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlaff killed not of his own accord.
Any idea what it...
Indeed. Detlaff
One might have managed to evade...
Possible in theory, but I know of none. Whoever it is,
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The son, because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this...
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him the time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with...
I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Detlaff grew angry one day, showed another, more monster...
Detlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him.
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time.
Hard to argue with that, and hard to foresee.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply, and that blood.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Tools were used recently. Detlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Pitt.
Detlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote all of it, written using the same... See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral.
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer.
Why is that? Astute.
It's not one of your...
Precisely.
Just a hypothesis.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we... Seems Detlef's being black...
All noted down using one and the same...
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's in it.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must...
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot.
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help.
Think he'll listen? Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Dutch.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Don't crowd around.
One false move and you will regret it. I was to get a new croissant jaune. Come to me, please. Approach.
Never you worry. The air here is such that one never...
The best!
100 foot if we carry the two. Greetings, Knight. My clerks have brought...
Can't help it.
It...
Wouldn't much. Well,
Go in peace, fair knight. Fiddlesticks, these fellows don't let up.
Hey, correct. Oh.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
To traditional value. Where are your manners?
Geralt of Rivia. I was not mistaken. You arrived and
step aside. Go.
At last, Witcher. We've been on 10...
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with...
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama admired...
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone witcher, perhaps. To 40 or...
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my...
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with...
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack...
Monsters driven by reason. A curious...
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a...
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power.
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or...
And they do not fear we should...
They'd probably be pretty amused if you...
Then what can we do?
Try to talk to him. That's our...
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, this one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it...
Which is why that's my... Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault cheap.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire.
You were to destroy him, not help...
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason...
I admit to being swayed.
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine or steak.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the... Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Sans-Real.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sans-Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Sans-Real?
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless you're...
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sans-Real, it is. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once.
Wait. Your great...
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our duke.
Your Grace, what you propose?
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally. We shall go. We will travel incognito. We've no wish. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must...
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Hunters have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us! This shall be your final fight. Back, you beast! Because... Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Because...
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank you.
we happened
You
by.
saved our lives.
Hooray!
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Oltusa. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
The guard brings people blades, flouted writ and brought in chains.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
You're great.
That won't be necessary.
Naturally. Might